GMS.
Did I lose this chance for one last dance with my shaking hands? I can barely stand. Did I do too much? Did I push you away? I was in a rush, I'm sorry. And I know that you'll forget. I wake up in the night in a cold sweat to face it. Is it over for us now before it began? I know it's crazy, but in my mind I had plans. I had plans. Did I lose this chance for one last dance with my shaking hands? I can barely ask. We got runaway plans. Baby, where do you wanna go? I'm scared too, you know, but I'll never let go. Will I find you somehow? I hope you're okay. All those memories in your driveway. Can we turn back time before it flies away? Can I hold on to something? Never thought you would come back. Can't believe you'd remember those times. We laughed and cried. Watched the sunset fall through the sky. We were younger, never thought we'd say goodbye. Now we say goodbye. Did I lose this chance for one last dance with my shaking hands? I can barely ask. We got runaway plans. Baby, where do you wanna go? I'm scared too, you know, but I'll never let go.
Welcome to Gaming Morning Show, your favorite morning radio show that plays games. We're like an FM morning radio show, and since it's a weekday, we're on your favorite platform, just like we've been Monday through Friday since 2020. And of course on our website, GamingMorningShow.tv. So whether you're able to join us in the chat, or are lurking or listening, we're happy you're here. Who knows what today will bring? Maybe there will be amazing food inventions.
One hand for the taco says, one hand right below the taco ready to catch.
Eat the crunchy taco, catch it, soft taco second.
That is brilliant.
I mean, we do like a good food topic. Put it on a pancake. Or maybe we'll celebrate someone's birthday.
Today, actor Peter Sarsgaard turns 52. He's the pirate now.
Or meet a star of stage and screen.
Says I, gaming, doc gaming, sports doc gaming. Oh shoot, I have too many names.
Is that Keonstopher Reevkin? Or maybe I'll get to leave this box. I'm pretty okay in here. Okay, let's not get too ridiculous. I'm never getting out of here. But that's okay, because I'm here with you. Every weekday morning at 6 a.m. Pacific. And whatever the heck time it is in the UK. Your search is over.
Beep, beep, longer beep.
You found Gaming Morning Show, and we're getting started right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome in. It's Gaming Morning Show. Thank you so much for being here. It is Monday, May 8th, 2023. It's a pleasure to see you. Thank you for stopping by. We are on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. The voice is going to be as rough as it possibly can. As yesterday, there were two of us in attendance at one Seattle Kraken hockey game, and of those two that went, only one was able to survive. In advance. Actually, no, in advance. Seattle's up 2-1 in the series. It's not in advance at all. Sean has like real work today. I'm going to be talking to a microphone for a couple hours. So no Sean, but you get me, and I'm still here, and it's great to see you. Thank you for being here this morning. It was great fun yesterday, and not nearly as late getting home as we had that one particular time that we went to the game. But very excited nonetheless. It's great to see you. King Gray is in the chat this morning, opening things up at 6 o'clock.
First,
saying, "Go Dallas Sports." Yes, go Dallas Sports indeed. It was an interesting evening. Wow, what a game! It was fun, super fun. Good morning to the Element of One and Drew Mega this morning as well.
Nice chat.
It was great to see you both. Good morning, Socks. By the way, we'll get to the topic of the day in just a moment. Just getting back to the office. Hope to catch y'all in a bit. Thank you for stopping by, Element of One. Yeah, it was really fun. Good night. Tough drive to go up there and back in one day, as we're based out of Oregon. But wow, super fun nonetheless. I hope your weekends went really well. I mean, really, I hope you had a good one. Let us know what things were like. King Gray says, "I did put my tacos first, just an FYI." Yes, you did.
What's for breakfast?
You did bring the breakfast tacos, which is always appreciated. I hope your weekend was good, King Gray. Yeah, I had a pretty stellar one, to be honest with you. So it's fantastic to see you this morning. Good morning to Mel B on YouTube. A lot of folks joining us this morning quickly in chat.
Nice chat.
So that is great to see. We have a whole bunch of stuff coming up in this particular show. Again, 2 hours this morning. We'll take you up till 8 a.m. Pacific time. It is Reward Yourself Day. It is Free Trade Day. Iris Day. Jamestown Day. National Amyloidosis Day. National Animal Disaster Preparedness Day. National Coconut Cream Pie Day. National Dakota Day. National Give Somebody a Cupcake Day. It's National Have a Coke Day. National Maria Day. National Meeting Planners Appreciation Day. National Nova Day. National Report Government Contract Fraud Day. National Student Nurse Day, and National Women's Checkup Day among the days of the day. So thank you for being here this morning. Coming up, we'll tell you about a woman who was stung by a scorpion aboard an Air India flight. We have that story coming up later this hour. Later on in the show, a reptile catcher who removes a venomous snake from a vacuum cleaner. Apparently, it's a very stingy type day today. The topic of the day has to do with, do you prefer socks or no socks? which we're getting into the time of year, at least West Coast Oregon, where the weather's heating up, and so the flip-flops are coming out more regularly. And as much as I think socks are fantastic, I tend to be on the no socks side of that. But I feel like it's a very like loose no socks preference. Meaning, if you're like, no, Hefty, there's no way that you can go out of this house without wearing socks, I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to fight you on it. But I really do like flip-flops a lot. So I think for me, it's not even necessarily the feeling of barefoot, being barefoot, barefootness, I guess. It's more just like, I like flip-flops. It's one of my favorite things to wear. And those usually don't have socks. Although, you know, you can do like the slides and socks now. Not only is that probably as comfortable as it's always been, but it's not even like a fashion issue anymore. So yeah, you can kind of do almost anything when it comes to the feet. I mean, almost anything. All right, almost. So yeah. I'm gonna go no socks. That's my preference. Drew Mega, thank you for the exclamation point bingo. If you play along with bingo and you get it, type in exclamation point. I got bingo.
Bingo.
And that'll get played for you. Also coming up after the news this morning, which will be very impromptu as our hashtag video game expert is out. I will spin the wheel of names. We may have an official, unofficial record number of people who are on the wheel of names who have been playing exclamation point bingo. And if you would like to play as well, all you have to do is get 3 in a row. I'm already starting things off pretty easily for you because first and foremost, I'm here. I mean, that's always a big key, is we have to be on the show in order for you to be able to get a bingo, but also...
And Hefty has a UK hat on!
So, that's a big win as well. Bob's shocked. Mel B says, prefer socks home from vacation. Great, welcome back. Prefer socks most times, says Drew Mega. When I'm at the beach or pool, then yes, no socks. Now, that is even something that would probably make me more inclined to say no socks would be significantly more important, because it's more frustrating when, like, you go to the hotel pool and you forget your flip-flops. Maybe you weren't planning to maybe go on vacation that way, where you were going to have no shoes for some reason. No flip-flops. So you decide to go to the, like, hotel pool and you wear your socks and your shoes because you need to have something on to walk down there. But then you get done with the pool and it's like you have to, dry off your feet as good as you can and then try to put socks back on. So then you're wearing shoes without socks, and I think that's even less preferable. I mean, listen, I don't think there's a perfect solution to this, except for remember your flip-flops everywhere you go. And if it's really, really cold, then it's flip-flops weather. So we'll figure it out. Yeah. Problem solved. Wear socks in the pool too. Oh no. I'm trying to remember what that feels like, because I know I've gotten, like, tossed in the pool before whilst clothed. But then you get your shoes in there too in that situation. I don't know if I've ever been like, hey, we're going to go swimming. Let's go ahead and try to do it with our socks on. That'd be squishy. Get out of the pool.
GMS ASMR. We're in your ears.
Yeah, problem solved. Wear socks in the pool too. No, let's not do that. I will see if the voice holds on.
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flattery.
I think it's gonna be fine. But we did admit, leaving the arena yesterday, that their arena doesn't make you feel like you're screaming or cheering loudly. It almost feels like you're just kind of chilling out, yelling at the right times occasionally. But then you, like, leave the arena, and that was the case for both Sean and me, where we were like, I feel like we're like talking a little bit like a cigarette smoker wise, where you have that the moment, and you're like, I wish I hadn't ever started cheering at the hockey game. You know, like where your voice kind of has that robotic sound that I think happens when you have to start using like an artificial voice. Is it just an artificial voice? Is it like an artificial voice enhancer? How would you describe that? Where your vocal cords are so beat up from, you know, smoking for so long that you have to talk using something like that. If anyone has any insight on that, I will gladly accept it, because I do not know what I'm talking about. But that's kind of how we felt. It was like a sneaky. It was like a sneaky. Oh my gosh, we're hoarse. And it was right when we left the arena too, which we found interesting. So nonetheless, here we go. As far as I'm concerned, if you swim with socks on, you're True Meg is not a fan. Not a fan of socks in the pool. I missed a chance to knock that ball the right way. Just don't swim with your socks on. Although Gray seems to be very comfortable with it. I hope that there are many pictures of you, King Gray, someday with your socks on whilst swimming. Be a good look. Good look going to the pool. Just hopping in. What size socks are you wearing too? Are you doing like the full blown like half crew or whatever? Wait, crew are like the shorter ones. What are the socks that kind of go halfway up your calves? Is that a good look? I don't swim with socks. I either swim in water, shoes, or barefoot. Ooh, even the water shoes. They feel strange when you get out of the pool. That squish feeling. That's not them. I put on knee socks to swim like flippers, says King Gray. So you go like all the way up to the bottom of the knee. Wow. That's some hefty sock usage. King Gray. You use the same type of socks that they use in like baseball. I guess baseball might only go up to your calves. All jokes aside, I am a chocolate guy myself, so I hate socks. Only wear them if I have to wear shoes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't like slides, but big fan of flip-flops. Like that's the only redeeming quality for me that summer has. Because I don't even really like prefer wearing shorts. I know some folks. I think Look It's My Go for a long time was a big shorts fan. And he still might be to this day, for all I know. But that was like... That's something that's like not super required. I like how this person's kind of sabotaging at this point. Interesting. I prefer slides to flip-flops. I don't like the little toe thong it forces you to endure. Yeah, I totally get that. If you don't like that part, and I think I prefer that part because it does kind of give it like a little bit more a little more grip to the foot. Chocolate guy, I suspect King Gray may have grown up with the threat of chocolate beating if they stepped out of line at home. Is that one of those things where you have to like them because you also were subjected to the wrath of them? Like, you had no choice. You even thought about not enjoying that form of footwear, and bad things would be the case. We have AI. Oh, I'm playing with double AI. Some would call me AI, to be honest. All right, we got the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News coming up. That put me over 100 points with the reverse flip kick sidekick. How about that? Huh? How about that? Let's see. Mel B, when I got to the top, I was out of breath climbing stairs, had a sore on the foot, kept hitting it on the way up, swam most of the time in Florida, took the stairs most of the time, and cleared all 3 flights. Nice work, Mel B. Thank you for being here this morning. I did get over 100 points. If you're playing exclamation point bingo, that means I did not help you at all this morning. But that's not because I didn't want to. It's just because I didn't happen to. It's not your fault. It's me. Yeah, but you also live in the Birkenstock capital, Ryan. I think that is a complete a piece of misinformation from the Pacific Northwest. Maybe. I don't know. I've never wore Birkenstocks. I think actually I went someplace recently. Maybe it was on the way up to Seattle. Which, by the way, Drew Mega did say something about the Kraken, waxing poetic about the hockey team out of Seattle. Man, the Kraken are the real deal, while the Leafs are imitators. We'll get to sports coming up at 7:50 this morning. It was super fun to go to the game. But there is like a Birkenstock outlet or something like that. And I want to say it has like a big banner, and it says something about Birkenstock Depot or something like that. So, in that respect, Gray, I think you're not too far off. So, thank you for being here at 6:25 West Coast time. It's 9:25 out east. It is 2:25 for those watching GMS in the UK. Doo-doo-doo. Thank you for being here. Sean is only going to join us in spirit this morning. What I mean by that is it's time for the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. We're going to go through random headlines, video game style, and for that, as always, here's my impression of Sports.Gaming, a.k.a. hashtag video game expert. Sean, good morning. My name is Sean, and I will do your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. It is the 8th of May, 2023. So we're going to play the random news generator game. We're going to go ahead and load up the computer, and we're going to go to the websites that Sean usually takes us to try and find some semblance of news. Don't know if we'll succeed, but we're going to try. That's all we can do, really, if you think about it. All right, here we go. You ready? Are you ready? Yeah, I don't think I'm going to find anything. We'll go with this one.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop, ding.
All right, this one's from Kotaku is where we start this morning. PlayStation shuts down Concrete Genie dev amidst continued pivot to prestige. Pixel Opus was working with Sony Pictures Animation on a new project. This is from Kenneth Shepard of Kotaku. Sony has quietly closed down Pixel Opus, one of its first-party PlayStation studios, which is based in San Mateo, California. It was the studio responsible for the 2014 release of Entwined and the 2019 release of Concrete Giant. News of this first broke on a Twitter post from the studio. It expressed the team's gratitude to the players who enjoyed their games. Quote, "Dear friends, our Pixel Opus adventure has come to an end. As we look to new futures, we wanted to say a heartfelt thank you to the millions of passionate players who have supported us in our mission to make beautiful, imaginative games with heart. We are so grateful." End quote. Sony didn't immediately comment on the closure publicly, but has since confirmed in a statement to IGN that Pixel Opus is, in fact, shuttering on June 2nd. Quote, PlayStation Studios regularly evaluates its portfolio and status of studio projects to ensure they meet the organization's long and short-term strategic objectives. As part of the recent review process, it has been decided that Pixel Opus will close on June 2nd. Apparently, there was a small team there, less than 20 employees as of 2019. The breakout was Concrete Genie. It's gorgeous to look at and had cool painting mechanics. So, if you've never played Pixel Opus, then you have a chance to play the final entry from or Concrete Genie, rather, the final entry from Pixel Opus. So there you go. There is the first story. Let's fire up the generator for story number 2.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Ding.
I don't know if I actually found any news here. Is this considered news? Let me click this one. News. All news. Let's run that machine one more time.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Ding.
All right, this one's from IGN. This was a story that Sean would have told us if Sean was here this morning. That The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is going to get a special live stream the day before launch. This is a story that was posted over the weekend. Some official new gameplay and more will happen on the day before the May 12th release of the Tears of the Kingdom new Switch game. It's going to be a live event. Nintendo Treehouse Live is going to have that gameplay the day before the game is released to the world. Nintendo announced that the news would hopefully announce the news that will hopefully make the wait for May 12th just a little bit easier. They said so on their website, live.nintendo.com, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time on May 11th. Quote, get ready for a live stream on May 11th starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. It's a Nintendo Treehouse Live presentation featuring gameplay from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Nintendo wrote. Following Nintendo Treehouse Live, stay tuned in for more live stream content counting down the release of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's very redundant. It may be hard to believe, but we are now less than a week away from The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Unfortunately, there have been some spoilers. So if you're out on the internet and you don't want this game spoiled for you, be warned.
Spoiler tease.
Yeah, you don't want to be out there when this happens. You don't want to throw off the Emperor's Groove. On the bright side, though, you can preload the game digitally, be ready for launch day. And recently, there was a hands-on preview for IGN that they can share with you as well. So if you want to check out more about that, it is available to you as courtesy of IGN. I can try to paste all of these in the chat when we're completely done. So there you go. There's some more news for you. Last one. Yeah, we'll go with this one. Here we go. This is your last news of the day.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Ding.
This one's actually from last week, and I don't know if Sean actually mentioned it, but there's apparently going to be a new Double Dragon video game. This is going to be a revival of Bill and Jimmy Lee making their comeback in Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. This is from Marcus Stewart last week. A new co-op brawler that's coming this summer. They'll revitalize the dormant series in a new tag team focused adventure. This is going to be set in New York City after it's been destroyed by a nuclear war, and Billy and Jimmy must take back what remains from the violence that has since taken over. There's not going to be only those two. Apparently, the new Double Dragon game will feature 13 playable characters. According to the press release, Double Dragon Gaiden boasts, quote, seamless tag team abilities and a multitude of strategies. For devastating combos, defensive and offensive moves, solo players can swap characters on the fly and be able to switch between them. With individual skills such as offense-focused Jimmy or more defensive Billy, the game also supports two-player local co-op. At launch, there's going to be a eventual online co-op and a post-launch update. So there you go. If you like Double Dragon, it's been a while since I've seen a Double Dragon game, but I actually caught a glimpse of that news somewhere on my feed last week. Drew Mega says, new Double Dragon game? Yeah. And I was like, I haven't played a Double Dragon game in forever. So that's some pretty exciting stuff. That is from Game Informer's Marcus Stewart. So yeah, I'll try to throw all those into the chat here in just a moment. We round out our gaming morning show, Morning Gaming News, with Puppet Sean by looking at what's out today. Let's run those through the computer too, shall we?
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Hee-haw, hee-haw, hee-haw.
This is what's out today. Thank you, Bob. We have Cabin Escape, Alice's Story. That's out today for Switch. Now we have Cook Serve Forever, Steam Early Access for PC. I thought it said Cook Severe Ever, and I was like, it's a severe cooking game, but it's not. It's just Cook Serve Forever. Darkest Dungeon 2 is out today for PC. Forever Lost Episode 2 is out today for Switch. Also for Switch is Poosh XL. That would have totally been our name in the morning if Sean was here. It's Poosh XL. And then Sakura Gamer is out today for Switch. Those are your out today releases on the Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. Poosh XL. Poosh. Poosh. I like that a lot. Poosh XL. So there you go. That's your Gaming Morning Show, Morning Gaming News. Again, no winner for Name of the Morning. But had there been, you would have had a chance to see it live with us this morning. And if you're a Patreon subscriber and you want to win our Name of the Month for the month of April, you can. We're going to get it posted into our Patreon-only Discord, which you can find, well, in our Discord. Fulfillment just hasn't quite got there yet, so go to our Discord and join. If you are a Patreon subscriber, you'll be added to the Patreon-only channels. Find out more at patreon.com/gamingmorningshow. And thank you for the news this morning, Puppet Sean. All right, I'm Hefty Goof at 6:35 this morning. Now, we need to spin the Wheel of Names, unofficially an all-time record for the amount of people that we had signing up by playing exclamation point bingo. So if you would like to get on today's bingo card, it could be a tougher show to get an exclamation point bingo, but it's not impossible. So good luck to you today.
Bingo.
All right, we're going to go down here, hit the shuffle button. We'll see who is going to lose to Drew Mega. Oh my gosh. What an upset. Dungeon Meowster KJ's name was almost selected, and then at the very last moment, Wheel of Names jumped, and your winner of a $10 gaming gift card, gaming store of your choice, whether that be PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, or Nintendo eShop, is Sizz. Sizz has won again. Man, KJ's name was so close to being the winner, but not the case today. You can qualify again throughout the course of the week, and we will throw your name up on the Wheel of Names coming up next Monday as well. Congratulations to Sizz. You are one of life's winners today on Gaming Morning Show.
Bingo.
All right, 6:36. Let us know what you think about socks. No Socks Day celebrated May 8th of each year. Now, this nationaltoday.com copy says, let's be honest, socks can be pretty annoying, especially on a particularly hot spring day. No Socks Day is a day when you can finally relax and take them off. Set your feet free and set the cool floor, the fresh and soft blades of glass, the coarse sand, and the tranquil waters of the beach to your feet's desire. Take a break, not just from wearing socks. Take a break from work or studying if you've been feeling overwhelmed. Take time to truly feel the world that surrounds you. That's right. Go out. Some people would say touch grass or
Go lick a tree. You know, the new touch grass.
you can do either of those things. You can touch grass with your wide open feet. Sounds like you're spreading your toes. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. You know what it reminds me of? It reminded me of Tangled. That's the one thing that I still can't get over when Rapunzel gets out of the tower. Spoiler tease, if you haven't seen the 2012 film from Disney. It might even be earlier than that.
Spoiler tease. You know, Socrates' brother.
But
Kind of a jerk.
Rapunzel gets out of the tower and then touches the ground and everything was fine. So, yeah, there you go. All right. Good morning and nice chat to Electrifying Gaming. It's good to see you this morning. Ask us in the chat. Thoughts on Phil Spencer's statement? I have none. The Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News on Friday, though, did have a story on that. So if you want to watch the VOD, you can. on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. We are a morning radio show that plays games, albeit kind of at half power this morning. Went to a hockey game. It was kind of a drive all night situation last night, and so this morning,
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flattery.
just trying to have the voice hold on. Sports.gaming is out usually on the left side of your screen, so we have a puppet fill-in, but during the Gaming Morning Show Morning Gaming News on Friday, we shared some information about Phil Spencer's interview, so if you want to check that out, you can. youtube.com/gamingmorningshow. Right now, though, at 6:38, we can tell you a story that we're tracking at this hour
You can news if you wanna.
on this morning radio show that plays games, and that is a story of animals in the air. This happened, according to Simon Drucker of UPI, on an Air India flight, and it turns out that there was a person who might have been stung, might have in fact definitely been stung by a scorpion. So we'll get you the story in the chat. You can also check out the UPI Odd News Minute by going to UPI.com. The story from Simon reads as follows, though. There's apparently an Air India flight. A woman was stung by a scorpion while on said flight. The airline confirmed on Saturday the incident occurred April 23rd. The airline said in a statement issued to the Press Trust of India, calling it, quote, an extremely rare and unfortunate incident. Airlines said it was previously encountered cases of rats or birds on board flights. The woman was treated at a hospital, later released without an issue. Quote, on landing, the said passenger was attended by a doctor at the airport and subsequently treated at the hospital and discharged. Our officials accompanied the passenger to the hospital and offered all support until the passenger was discharged, said an Air India spokesperson. After the flight touched down, officials carried out a search on the plane, eventually locating the scorpion. The Airbus A319-100 was then fully fumigated according to protocol. The company operates on a total of 16 of the single-aisle passenger jets with an average age of 14.8 years. Earlier this year, the airline announced a major investment to upgrade its fleet and order 500 aircraft. Why is that last part of the story? Was the reason the scorpion got loose because the airplane was older? Now I'm very confused. Anyway, there you go. That's the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games. Yeah, I think I feel like at a third capacity today. I definitely am tired. I mean that would be a complete lie if I didn't tell you that. I am very, very tired. But at the same time, like, not so tired like last time. We got home last time from the Seattle Kraken game at like 3-something in the morning. We would have had to turn around on 2 hours of sleep and do a show. And while more sleep would have been better, we weren't without sleep. Now, I will tell you that yesterday was very interesting because driving along on the interstate, working my way back south, walking fast, faces past, and then we're homebound. There was I want to call it a high-speed police chase. That's probably not true. It wasn't the highest of speed, but for example, on the interstate where I was driving, you can probably hit 80 miles an hour, and I probably was driving close to that, maybe 77, something like that, 77, 80, and all of a sudden a car did drive very swiftly, not only past me, but kind of absurdly close to me, and it made me a little worried. And then all of a sudden, a few moments later, there was a police car that was chasing that car. And then eventually, as you know, I kind of drove a little bit slower as to not like keep pace with what was happening up ahead of me, because that's probably the wise thing to do in that instance. And I don't think you're still supposed to like chase what's happening on the interstate, but we're also going that same direction. So I kind of slow things down a little bit, and a second police car comes flying by, and then we get, I don't know, it was a good amount of time. It was probably 10 more minutes up the road where like I could see the police lights still in the distance, and eventually drove past a rest area where that car that had driven swiftly past me was kind of off the side of the road, and the police vehicles were stopped facing it, and I couldn't tell if there was any semblance of like weapons drawn, but there was definitely a car door that was flown open on one of the police cruisers as that car was in its headlights. So everything was stopped as we drove past, and then 2 more cars on the opposite side with their lights wailing ended up going that direction. So it was a very interesting thing. I didn't feel like that car almost hit me, but that car definitely was in my vicinity. And it was interesting to have that happen whilst Sean was sleeping, because, you know, I woke up to trade Sean places so Sean could drive home. And I was like, yeah, you know, just your normal routine drive home from a hockey game, you know, high-speed police chase and all. And he's like, what? There was a couple of weird things that happened. There was that. Now, we were leaving the Portland, Oregon area, driving north on I-5. And at one point, I noticed that there was a airplane that was flying east to west on the west side of the freeway. And it looked like it was just kind of hovering there. And then we can't see it anymore. And I'm just sitting there going like, that's not the right side of the interstate for where the airport is. That seems bizarre. That thing had like no... It felt like it was not flying at any sort of rate of speed. And so finally, I waited like a good 45 seconds. I finally looked at Sean. I was like, did you happen to see an airplane? And Sean's like, yeah, I did. It's like, that's not the side of the road that the airport's on. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, that plane seemed like it was going very slowly or low, right? And Sean's like, yeah, it did. And so it was nice to know that I wasn't like the only person who had some sort of semblance of concern, because it seemed odd to me, you know, the logistics of what was happening there. No reports of bad things having happened, so I'm just going to assume that it was like almost like an optical illusion, where that plane looked like it was flying far lower and like far more slowly than it actually was. It was really bizarre, chat. Like, yeah, I don't know what was happening there. Oh, look! We're playing with Pancakes Are Delish. We have a fellow Pancake fan playing the game with us. That's awesome. Love pancakes. That's a nice pass. Pancakes Are Delish. Let's go, Rocket League.
Put it on a pancake.
I love it. I saw a beautiful sunset at the beach, said Melby. That's awesome. I'm happy that you had a very successful beach weekend. Going to the beach is great, especially when it's a warm beach. The Oregon coast is fine. There's lots of things that could be better about it, but you get good seafood. Oh, I was going to tell you the rundown of the food enjoyed yesterday at the hockey game. So we have kind of a rule when you're here on the show.
Remember, if you're getting food, you must show and tell when you come back.
And so why not, you know, share some things that we ate yesterday. So I was reading before the game, because Sean and I knew we were going back, and we had gone to round 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs and enjoyed our experience that we were going to try to go again. And we kind of previewed the food going back to the stadium for another playoff game, because we'd only been to one Kraken game together. Can't believe I missed that. If I just stood still, we would have won. Yeah, Pizza and Tacos is in the game as well. Very good food related teammates. Oh, man. I screwed that up. There you go. It's 6:47 West Coast time. It's 9:47 out East. 2:47 for those watching GMS. In the afternoon. So here's the rundown of food we had yesterday. Well, I should say what I had. Sean had something different. So reading up on what we were going to want to eat, I knew that there was a place that had a pork bun right behind our seats. So I was like, I wanted to try that out. It was pretty good. It had a really good flavor. The pork bun part was almost too big. Like, it could have been a little bit smaller. I also don't know if maybe that one could have benefited from a sauce.
Gravy is a sauce. Sauces aren't dressings, and marinades are early to the party.
That's right. Hefty Goof is saying that this particular pork bun actually could have maybe used like a dipping sauce or something. So I don't know actually what's the right way to go when it comes to that type of cuisine. All I'm just saying is it was a little bit drier. And so the inside had like a good flavor to the pork that was in there. But like, what else could it have had? I don't know. So that was my first thing I had. It was smaller, but fairly affordable. I mean, concession stand food, $10, not bad. And then we also had pizza. So in between the first and second periods, we had like a really deep dish pizza. That was, I want to say it was supposed to be a Detroit style pizza, but when it showed up, it had the most cheese on it I've ever seen. That was probably the best part of the night, food wise. And then we didn't really end up needing this part. We in hindsight, we're like, we only had a second period snack item because we had already pre-planned to have one, and we should have cut it in half too. But we went to the bratwurst place, and we ordered one that had cream cheese. I was like, I don't want the cream cheese. And so Sean was like, me neither. So we ordered two, didn't have cream cheese on them. And then we bit into the hot dog, or the bratwurst or whatever, sausage. It was so hot, chat. It was way too hot. And we're guessing the cream cheese is part of it because it's supposed to probably cool it down a little bit. It was so hot. And that was not necessary. So could have gone without that. Pork bun, totally worth it. Could have maybe used some sort of liquid with it. Some would call it a sauce. Green Gray, why isn't this revelation part of the morning news? It's not gaming related. It's just hefty related. So, yeah, I'm saying, like, maybe it was something we needed.
Lube, the sauce of metal things.
Pork bun sauce. But the pizza was definitely worth it. So, Sean and I think we've agreed that the pizza is going to be our between first and second period meal, traditionally. There was also, I don't know if you've ever seen it on TV, but when the Kraken first came out, my brain couldn't help but think of the old Kraken rum commercials. And so they have a partnership with that brand in the building. And so they had a rum drink. And that thing was really good to have in between periods too. So I think we have a tradition going forward. All right, 6:51. Thank you for being here. You should have eaten. We should have eaten a good place. It was fast food places. Would have eaten there. Emerald Coast is what Mel B was saying. So thank you for sharing that, Mel B. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, there you go, King Gray. You were here when history was happening. That maybe Hefty Goof thought there could have been a sauce with something. Maybe I missed it too. It was probably like sitting there and I just walked past it. I don't know. All right, let's do birthdays this day in gaming history. If you have a birthday to celebrate, please let us know so we can celebrate with you. We do have some celebrity birthdays to get to in a moment, but first want to wish a happy birthday to somebody who has been in the chat by a few different names over the years. Originally was one of the hosts of the Final Checkpoint podcast, which was courtesy of GameFanatics.com, TheGameFanatics.com, I do believe, and then changed their name to something else, and now I believe goes by the moniker Voices Carry, and might be Voices Carry 9. I just can't remember for sure. But to you, Voices Carry, and/or Voices Carry 9, today is not your birthday. It was yesterday. But someone who stopped by certainly multiple times over the last year or so. And so to you, Voices Carry, it's your birthday song. It isn't very long. Toot toot is what Sean would say at that point. Celebrity birthdays wise today, though, we do have several to get to. We'll start with actress Melissa Gilbert, who turns 59 today. Fun fact from Cleveland.com, early TV show appearances included episodes of Gunsmoke and Emergency. I like the fact that Emergency's, title, like their actual title, has an exclamation point in it. Because Gunsmoke does not, Emergency does, and it's surrounded by the little brackets. Emergency, American action adventure, medical drama television series. So it was a real thing. Melissa Gilbert is 59. Enrique Iglesias, the singer, is 48 today. Middle name is Miguel, says the fun fact. Enrique Miguel Iglesias. Today, actor Stephen Amell, 42, says big wrestling fan, and has made multiple WWE appearances. 42 rather, for Stephen Amell. Canadian actor and professional wrestler, writes Wikipedia. Came to prominence leading role of Oliver Queen in the CW superhero series Arrow. So if you've seen Arrow, this is the lead, Oliver Queen, who played that one. Oh, I didn't realize I was jumping off of my birthdays page. I went to go look that up, and where'd my birthdays page go? Okay, just a sec. Stand by. Today, actor Domhnall Gleeson, 40, Domhnall. Domhnall Gleeson, 40 years old today for the actor. Let me get back to my Cleveland.com page so I can give you the fun facts. Advertisements, right? Yeah, appeared in multiple films with his father, Brendan Gleeson. Should I know that person? Domhnall? My brain is, like, lapsing there. Let's see. Actress and influencer Olivia Culpo turns 31 today, was crowned Miss USA in 2012. That's another birthday. So there you go. Birthdays this day in gaming history right now on the morning radio show that plays games.
We've got a drummer birthday.
All right, other drummer birthday today. Chris Frantz of Talking Heads and of Tom Tom Club is 72. Drummer Alex Van Halen of Van Halen is 70. Drummer Dave Roundtree of Blur is 59. Drummer Del Grey of Little Texas is 55. And drummer Patrick Meese of Nathaniel Ratcliffe and the Night Sweats is 40. Sean missed a quintuple birthday? May 8th, 2023 is the day. This was the birthday's day, and Sean missed it. 5. A handful of drummer birthdays in the wild. What? Give it to me one more time, Bob.
We've got a drummer birthday.
There were 5. This is like when that person saw a double rainbow. There were 5. Good morning, nice chat to Quiet I Am Gaming. It's great to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
No bingo for Sean. No happiness for Sean. Sean's gonna be so upset when he finds out we missed a quintuple drummer birthday. Today, actor David Keith, though, should mention to you, is 69 years old.
Nice.
So there you go. Wow. Who knew? Also, we got a Nathaniel Ratcliffe in the Night Sweats, so that was a pretty good reference. And I don't know, is it Daniel Radcliffe? Every time I see Nathaniel Ratcliffe in the Night Sweats, I think of the Harry Potter actor. Austin Attack 12 often gives me crap because I haven't ever seen many nature films by this particular naturalist, is how it's listed, their job title in our birthdays this morning. It's related to one of Austin's firm stances on bears.
Bears aren't real. They're just humans in bear suits. Especially pandas. Not polar bears, though.
David Attenborough is 97 years old today. And admittedly, I have not watched as much David Attenborough as apparently I should have, according to Austin Attack 12. A couple of no longer with us birthdays, Don Rickles and Robert Johnson, the latter a blues singer, had birthdays on May 8th. So there you go. Don't tell him, says Quiet. I got to tell Sean. There was a quadruple birthday. My brain is broken. That's nuts. All right, this day in gaming history, Sean would have had a chance to play Lawsuit or Not a Lawsuit today. It's 1990, our first, which was Louis Galoob Toys introducing the Game Genie cartridge system for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The Game Genie allowed players of Nintendo Entertainment System games to make them easier to play. And if you remember, it was the cartridge for the NES, and then you would put it into this Game Genie apparatus that had this like really long, like thin flap, and then that way you could put it into the machine, and then that would allow you to pull it back out. And then there was like different codes. You'd have like this book of things that you could do to the game, and it would modify its coding so you could get like unlimited lives and such. 2006, at a press conference in Los Angeles before the Electronic Entertainment Expo, Sony announces the PlayStation 3. It would have motion sensing, Bluetooth wireless 6-axis controllers, and Blu-ray high-definition DVD player. Prices would be $499 with a 20GB hard drive and $599 with a 60GB hard drive, Wi-Fi, wireless, and HDMI video output. Release date would be set for November 11th in Japan and November 17th in the US. And then in 2007, Electronic Arts releases Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars. That was available on the platform
Xbox 360.
And that is your day in gaming history on this morning radio show that plays games. All right. Does anyone have any help for me to say Dominal Gleason's name? Am I saying that correctly? Domhnall. There you go. Quiet says, the good old Game Genie. 'Twas magic. It was. Yeah, and I never ever tried the Game Shark, but I believe there were two, right? The Game Genie came out, and then the Game Shark came out pretty close. We mentioned that Game Genie came out in 1990. Let me pull up. Oh, sorry, microphone. Game Shark. That was a line of video game cartridges. The game cheat cartridges. And that came out January 1996. Oh, so it was originally released for the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. The Game Shark was. Huh. All right. Yeah. Game Genie, though, came out this day in 1990. Wow. It's a while back. All right. 7:01. We'll come back with our list of the day and sports next hour. My voice hanging on from the Kraken game yesterday. Pretty sleepy.
Please pay your hosts with plenty of voice flatter.
But not overly sleepy. So happy to be with you, even if it's for a shorter time. Congratulations again to businesses.
You are one of life's winners.
For winning our bingo drawing. If you would like to play bingo, type !bingo right now. And if you get one, type !I got bingo. And we'll sing to you.
Bingo.
Come back with more. It's Gaming Morning Show. It is the Monday edition, May 8th, 2023. Thank you for being here. Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter Spaces, and GamingMorningShow.tv.
me see all of the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? So, oh, oh, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten. I've grown up, mama, I need something different. I overcame the odds, most of it was disappointment. But see, I've changed my tune. Now I support myself.
Hey,
It's me. I'm Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time anywhere, by things, it's Ryan, Hefty Goof, Sean, Look It's Mike. No, Sean is Sports.Gaming, and I am Look It's Mike O. We are your performers of the Mad Libs, the Puppet Pals.
Not everyone's on screen, so Ryan's gonna fix that. Don't worry.
Chaos.
No, everything's fine. This is exactly how this was supposed to go. What the hell is that? Keep singing the song. Keep singing the song.
What is that?
Keep singing the song. Sean, I can't frame your puppet. Put your damn puppet on the screen. Thank you. I like how I'm acting like this is Sean's fault.
I can't believe I messed everything up.
Yeah, geez, Sean. What are you thinking?
I just hit my arm.
Okay. No, the background's moving. Stop. This is just like we rehearsed it. Yeah, we did it, chat. Woo! We're all on the screen together. Keep singing the song. Why is the song stopping so? All right. Bother. That's what I remember Nate telling us to say. All right, you ready? No one else can see the damn Mad Lib except me. Oh no, this is problematic too.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Lime?
All right, the name of this Mad Lib, I'll just give you words and then you have to say them. Magic Anyone is the name of this one. Gods of all ages enjoy watching, say chaotic. Magicians perform their, say moist tricks. This wasn't well. Did you just say you don't want all right, we're still going. Every man, woman, and say hand. Loves to see a magician pull a shax out of a hat. Sigh live. Sean, say ham.
Ham.
In a half. Or make a huge. Mike, say fish. Fish. Disappear. All right, everyone say bother. Bother.
Coming up on Gaming Morning Show, List of the Day, and Sports. Find GMS on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Time for hour number 2, right now.
Morning, gamer. Welcome back. Gaming Morning Show continues. It is May 8th, 2023. Happy Monday to you. Thank you for being here. I am Hefty Goof. That is Sports.Gaming on the left side of your screen. You can find us on Twitter at WatchGMS and on Instagram and TikTok at Gaming Morning Show. Good morning and nice chat to It's Copia joining us for the first time this morning. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here.
Nice chat.
Good morning. Definitely prefer no socks, in fact. I only put socks on if I'm leaving the house. Otherwise, it's slippers. Yeah, I think no socks is kind of the consensus. I know we had some injury news earlier in the show. Mel B talked about having a foot issue. Also, I talked about having flip-flops, chocolates by King Gray. Was definitely another topic of conversation this morning. Drew Omega said, as far as I'm concerned, if you swim with socks on, there's some anger there. Yeah, prefer socks most time, though. I think Drew Omega's the only one who's told us so far that socks is kind of the right way to go. Also, Copia just walked into the building and got a bingo.
Bingo.
Which is awesome. Must be certainly because I'm wearing the UK hat. Is it because Sean is wearing red? I please hope that is the case, because if you see Sean, the puppet pal, wearing red, I mean, that's got to count for something, right? So, last hour we talked about the birthday of Enrique Iglesias and some others. Also, the Game Genie cartridge system, the cheat system, came out for the Nintendo Entertainment System this day in 1990. So that kind of sent me down a rabbit hole trying to remember about the Game Shark and some other things. With it being No Socks Day, we'll try to find a list of the day coming up for you in about 10 minutes. We also have a story about a reptile catcher removing a venomous snake from a vacuum cleaner coming up. Sadly, not, says Copia. It's the UK hat and the topic of the day that secured it. Yes, if you answer the topic of the day and that is on your bingo card, you are on your way to exclamation point bingo. Congratulations again to businesses for being the Wheel of Names winner earlier today on this morning radio show that plays games. It's among days of the day: National Women's Checkup Day, it's Free Trade Day, National Coconut Cream Pie Day, National Dakota Day, and National Maria Day, among the days of the day. If you're just joining us, I am flying solo for a few reasons. One, Sean has doctor-related work to do later on today, and so him getting up after sleeping for roughly 4 hours plus a little bit of a nap is a pretty taller order than for me, who just seems to need to sit and talk into a microphone. I also am very, very tired, but not super, super, super tired. And so figured I would jump on and give you at least 2 hours this morning, as opposed to none whatsoever. But I can definitely feel the energy is a little bit low, and that's okay. That's okay. The coffee's good. You're here, chat, which I appreciate. And we've had some fun moments so far during the course of the show. The only thing that I would change is, my Rocket League prowess. But that would be something I would change any other show, because I'm bad at video games. So here we are.
Stop being bad at video games, Hefty.
I'm trying, Bob. I will say, though, this last weekend, I was on Sunday morning. Jeff of Ask Jeff and I played some Apex Legends. And as you may know, tomorrow morning, the newest season of Apex Legends comes out. And so I've been trying to complete my Battle Pass, which I probably will not, but I'm pretty close. I think I got close to the 90s, which for me is pretty okay. And there was one challenge I needed to do, which was being able to get, I think, 50 revives of teammates. And so Jeff ended up being Fuse, and I was Lifeline. And we went to the Prowler area of one of the maps, and Jeff would get down, and then I would pick Jeff up, and then Jeff would get down, and I would pick him up. And then Jeff eventually started shooting himself with the fuse sparks, and that also works. So if you're ever looking for a way to get your revives in a challenge, it's one way to go about doing it. So also, I found that Lifeline has one of the most perfect emotes for waiting for somebody to get knocked, and that is sitting on top of leaning on top of the dock bot, the drone, if you will. That's pretty okay. I did play a good amount of Rocket League recreationally over the last 48 hours or so, because the kids wanted to play it. And so that's been kind of fun. Kobe says, Jeff gets knocked down, Ryan gets Jeff back up again. You're never going to keep Jeff down. That's exactly what the pattern was. And big credit, because we ended up doing this, in hindsight, I just realized we could have done this in duos. But we ended up doing this in trios. So we had a random teammate with us, and we dropped to the middle of, wherever. Like, we were trying to stay as far away from people as possible. And this Bangalore ended up going with us. And didn't seem super annoyed. Actually, kind of leaned into the joke, if you will. So that was pretty cool. And then we ended up going to finish the game because we were one of the remaining 3 squads. And we get to a situation where those other 2 fought, and we were kind of knocking on the door, third-party wise. And then for some reason, a Bangalore alt was dropped in a situation where it basically prevented us from being able to push in, and so they got fully healed and then just completely, eliminated us. And they had all sorts of, like, pretty prestigious, like, skins that they were wearing. I think it was a foregone conclusion that we would have been mopped up pretty easily, but that Bangalore alt didn't help. But kudos to our third teammate for having some fun with us. Good morning, Chat FM. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here. Nice chat. Today's question of the day has to do with socks or no socks. Which do you prefer? Today is no socks day, so you can let us know in the chat. Kopi says, I can be available to help with Battle Pass 2 if needed. Yeah, I don't remember if you were on or not on yesterday. I would have definitely reached out to you. Jeff discovered that you can do every single weekly challenge in Apex Legends and you get absolutely nothing extra, which is kind of what we had hypothesized, but we are still hoped that, like, when you complete all of them, something cool would happen. And, like, I don't even know if Jeff got a badge. Maybe somebody who's also done this before can tell us. Is there anything else that you know happens when you complete every single weekly challenge in that game? Quiet says, I actually re-downloaded it trying to figure out how to make sure it doesn't dominate my time again. Are you talking about Rocket League? Kobe says, if I had Rocket League downloaded, I'd hop on. No, it's up to you. I mean, you're certainly always welcome to play if you want to. Rocket League, the nice thing about this game is I honestly enjoy it no matter if I have a group of people or not. Whereas that's not always the case for every game. And I also don't have a ton of awful experiences playing Apex Legends solo queue, but that game is more fun when you're playing with people that you know. So, whereas I don't need to have that to enjoy this game as much, but yeah, you're always welcome to hop on. Good morning to one of life's winners, Businesses. Businesses won our $10 gaming gift card giveaway this morning on the Wheel of Names. That was all by just basically filling out a bingo card as often as you can every single hour with this morning radio show that plays games. We will conclude today's show at the end of this hour, but normally it's a 3-hour program, and you can get lots of different ways to get bingo. So thank you for everyone who had entered up until today, and then we'll just do it again on Monday. So congratulations again, Sis. You are one of life's winners, and we'll be putting your name in the new bingo section of our Discord. We'll probably batch them together based on first full weeks of the month, and so since technically this is the first full week of May, with last Sunday being April still, we'll definitely reach out to get you those gaming gift cards. Oh my gosh, thank you, GMS. You're absolutely welcome, and congratulations. Just all you had to do was put little X's on squares on a fake piece of paper. It's all part of a simulation if you think about it. Well, at least we didn't get shut out. That's one. Good morning, Quiet. It's good to see you, says Sis. Chat FM says, no socks is basically saying, I don't work hard enough to sweat. I don't know if that is a correlation. I don't work hard enough to sweat. Actually, no, now I see what you're saying. Yeah, if your feet don't sweat, are you even working? Good news for you, chat, is my feet are constantly sweating on the show. So right now they're just dripping in sweat. But I am also wearing socks. Normally in the summertime, out in the studio, I don't wear socks because it is so silly hot out here. But today I am. So, one goal, one save for yours truly, over 100 points. You get nothing from me in terms of any help on your bingo card, but that's okay because I'll be sucking in video games soon enough.
Stop sucking, Hefty.
I'm trying, Bob. I'm trying. You work too hard. Relax. Take one off. I go one sock on and one sock off. Yeah, like that. It is great to see you all. Thank you for being here. Copia says you only get a badge when hitting 110 on the battle pass. Nothing more, sadly. Huh. I didn't know you could get 110 on the battle pass. My gosh. So hard. I can't play enough. I need to be able to play more. Sis says, oh my gosh, this day was made for me. I hate socks. They squeeze my toes together and make me uncomfortable, but I wear them when I have to. I found newer socks, and they are by no means like anything revolutionary. They're literally, I think, Fruit of the Loom. But they're crew socks, and they are very comfortable. I had some Bonobos socks that I got because they didn't work for somebody else, so they gave me them. And they're those kind that kind of go up past the middle part of your calf. And they squeeze the crap out of my foot and my my calves. Not a big fan. I think that's kind of what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to kind of like cinch on the middle section of your foot. But, yeah, not a big fan. All right, let's see. Let me get you a list of the day. So, top 10 socks. Ooh, there's socks brands. I don't really want to get into brands, you? 15 best walking socks of 2023. And there's best socks for men. How about the 11 most comfortable socks for travel? Maybe this will give us... Oh, no, but... Oh, yeah, no, there's reviews here. Yeah, we'll give you the best socks for travel. Maybe you're going on a little adventure and you need to have some information about what types of socks you should wear. So we can help you with that. It's 7:26 West Coast time. It's 10:26 out east. It is 3:26 for those watching GMS in the UK. This is how we determine this. We use the randomizer.
Beep bop boop, beep boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop 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 beep bop beep boop boop beep bop. Ding. It's
the same way that I picked all the gaming morning show morning gaming news, is I just put it into a randomizer. Very sophisticated way of picking all of these things. It's quite amazing the technology we have at our disposal on this morning ready to show the place.
Maybe it was Skynet.
Maybe it was. All right, number one on this list is the Icebreaker Lifestyle Fine Gauge Crew Sock. In fact, this is Travel and Leisure's top pick overall. When traveling, socks play a key role in our level of comfort, whatever kind of traveler you are. There's a right pair or two of socks to match your activities and preferences, writes Lauren Breedlove in March of this year. I gotta sneeze. Hold on a second. All right, sneeze is over. Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Lauren Breedlove wrote this in March of 2023. The best overall sock is the Icebreaker Lifestyle Fine Gauge Crew Sock because they're lightweight and versatile. They come with a lifetime warranty too, so even if you don't end up developing holes from wear, you can get them replaced with proof of purchase, so you'll never have to buy socks again. The author writes, if you're prone to sweaty feet, these are a great choice for moisture wicking throughout the day. $20, the price at publishing. 57% merino wool.
2.
All right, maybe you're a runner. I am not. But maybe you are. What about the Merino 10 Cushion No-Show Tab Socks? They love them because there's a lack of toe seams. Means maximum comfort. Maximum Comfort was the name of my band in high school. The men's sizing doesn't come in small. Women's does not come in extra large, though, so keep that in mind. They're also $20. Whether you're going for a leisurely stroll, a run, or a hike, these socks were made to accompany you. Loved tab feature, and you don't have to worry about rubbing or blisters on the back of your foot. That is ideal when you're running miles on end. So there you go. That is your best choice for running.
3.
But maybe you want to go hiking. Huh? Think about that. You're like, hey, today's the day for hiking, and so I'm going to do that. Well, maybe you should look into the Icebreaker Hike Plus Women's Medium Crew Sock, according to Travel and Leisure. They love it because the special, quote, breathe zone keeps air flowing. Something to consider, the women's sizes tend to run a bit large, according to the author. You can get these for $24. For every drop of sweat your feet produce as you trek to the summit, these hiking socks will be working twice as hard to keep your feet dry and odor-free, because no one likes damp or smelly socks. I have a pretty high probability
4.
that this is an affiliate link list, but here we are. What about the best compression socks? Well, with that case, we would turn you toward the Sockwell Men's Sockwell Men's Circulator Moderate Graduated Compression Sock, of course. These are available, priced at time of publishing for $30. Reason the author loves it, they offer a good low to mid-range amount of compression, particularly for those who haven't used compression socks before. The height, however, might not work for taller wearers. Okay. This is compression socks, available both men's and women's, made to travel long distances. In addition to those, they are celebrated for helping with circulation, swelling, and overall blood flow. Rate at moderate on the compression scale. They're ideal for everyday wear without feeling too tight. Maybe you're going skiing.
5.
I don't know what number we're on. Probably 5. What about the best ski sock? Well, you could use the Darn Tough Function 5 over-the-calf mid-weight ski and snowboard sock. Comfort pads protect pressure points for long days on the slopes. That's why they love it. What to consider, depending on how tall you are, they may not be completely stretching over the calf as they were intended. The Function 5 mid-weight ski and snowboard sock are available for $31. Feature mid-weight merino wool and also help sweaty feet stay dry. For warm winter socks tailored to complement your ski and snowboard boots that won't fall down, the Function 5s are a solid option. How about number 6?
6.
Best insect repellent. Socks can help repel insects. Apparently, you can use the unisex adult lightwear hiker socks that are from Insect Shield. They come with a built-in insect repellent feature, and they're also cushioned for comfort, but they run a bit small, writes the author. Apparently, they can withstand 70 washes before losing their ability to repel pesky bugs. Good for folks who want to hike in places that are prone to having mosquitoes, biting flies, ants, ticks. They are permethrin treated for an extra level of security. And they're available for $13. That's the least expensive option on this list so far.
7.
But maybe you're asking yourself, well, Hefty, what if I'm into cashmere? Hefty's got you covered. More specifically, Travel and Leisure has you covered. The author, Lauren Breedlove. The best cashmere sock, according to this list, are the Aloe Women's Cashmere Jet Set socks. They're available for $44. Soft as can be, bringing comfort to new levels. However, these socks are hand wash or delicate cycle only, so if you want to have a longer turnaround before you can wear your socks again, these would be the choice for you. From cozy cabin nights by the fire to a little mid-flight nap, it doesn't get much more relaxed than this. Cashmere socks were created to cuddle your feet, and the Jet Set sock nails it. What about number 8?
8.
You may be asking yourself, what's the best for business trips? Well, I got some good news. How about the Bombas Women's Lightweight Calf Sock? They blend casual and dressy all into one sock. That's why they love it. Whatever, though, you should consider is the women's version runs a tad small. Business travel just got a lot more comfortable with these dress calf socks for both men and women. Dress to impress without sacrificing comfort. But no need to save these strictly for work, dinners, and outings. They're cozy enough to wear on the regular. $18 if you're looking for those. But maybe you like to have your toes separated in your socks. Here you go. The Trail Midweight Mini Crew Socks from Injinji, I believe. They're designed to fit within all types of shoes, and they may wear out easily depending on the level of intensity that you have whilst wearing them. Anatomical 5-toe design keeps your toes separate and in line without any annoying seams known to cause hot spots. If blisters are an issue for you, these socks may be a long-awaited solution.
1-0.
But number 10, probably on this list, is the odor repellent choice, the Codal Copper Infused Ankle Socks with Tab. Odor protection, built right in, and they run about a half a size too big. Say goodbye, Chad, to that embarrassing feeling that comes with taking off your shoes after a long day. These socks have copper-infused yarn woven into them that naturally keeps sweaty feet and unappealing smells at bay. The mesh, venting, and breathable fabric combination aim to battle moisture and amp up ventilation. Whether you're on your feet exploring a new destination all day, going for a scenic run, or challenging yourself to hike up an epic summit or stomach, you can rest easy knowing your socks and feet won't clear a room afterward. Targeted light compression helps to support your ankles. The heel tab is a major score for preventing blisters. You can get 5 pair for $23. $23. There you go. There's even a best for long distance walking on this list. I'll paste it in the chat. What the heck? I'm not going to make it any formal thing. I'm just going to throw a link in there. So click on this link, chat, if you would like to help travel and leisure get some extra money. So there you go. Bam. All right. Good morning to Sarah Taylor on YouTube. Oh, I got blocked. You can't have my link. Never mind. If I can grab it from here, I will give it to you. Otherwise, just search for socks on the internet. We are a morning radio show that plays games. It's great to have you here this morning. Also, nice chat and good morning to... hey, it's Brendan. It's great to see you this morning.
Nice chat.
Appreciate it very, very much. Brendan says, oh, this is a sock? No sock technology. Can my situation... Oh, Brendan says, prone to sweaty feet. I missed the product, but I need it. Also, good morning. Yes, good morning. You walked into a sock conversation. There we go. Bombas are hella good socks, real talk. So I've used Bombas socks before, and I will tell you that they were really tight in the midfoot, Brendan, and I did not like them for that reason. They were harder to put on, but they are of a high quality sock, and so it is good to know. Businesses says, I'm all for whimsy. I'm just a man in my 30s with sweaty feet. It would not be a good look. Fair enough. Fair enough. Chat FM said, oh, metal socks like knights and armor. I also added, oh, the Sockwell Circulator Modular Compression Medium Travel Sock, or ASOC for short. ASOC for short. Yeah, for sure. If you want to play exclamation point bingo, you certainly can. You just do exclamation point bingo, and bam, that's all you need. Everything is good to go. So if you would like to play, businesses won a $10 gift card earlier today. And if you do get a bingo, let us know, exclamation point, I got bingo.
Bingo.
Perfect. There you go. All right, let's tell you what other facts we have for nationaltoday.com. In the 8th century BC, the ancient Greeks wore socks made from matted animal hair. Quite a scratchy, furry affair, writes nationaltoday.com. This is the earliest written account of socks in history. The Romans would wrap their feet with leather or woven fabrics, and around the 2nd century AD, they started sewing the fabrics together. By the 5th century AD, socks were worn by holy people in Europe to symbolize purity, according to nationaltoday.com. They were a piece of fabric wound spirally around the leg. So there you go. There you go. I think I'm still going to go team no socks. But if you would like to go with team socks, that's fine. Sarah Taylor says, I don't have Twitch anymore. No worries. You are coming through loud and clear, so you're in good shape. On YouTube, you can watch us on Facebook Gaming, Twitch, YouTube, and at GamingMorningShow.tv. You can also check us out for the first 2 hours, which today will be the full length of our show. We're only going to do 2 hours today. by going to Twitter Spaces as well for audio-only mode. All right, let's give you the story that we're tracking at this hour on this morning radio show that plays games.
You can news if you wanna.
And that is the story of a reptile catcher. That's right, a reptile catcher removes a venomous snake from a vacuum cleaner. This is a story from Ben Hooper of UPI. Turns out that today was a very venomous type show, because earlier we told you about the Air India flight where somebody had been stung by a scorpion. Now Ben Hooper says an Australian snake catcher was called out to a vacation resort to relocate a venomous snake that had been sucked up by a vacuum cleaner by a panicked holidaymaker. The person, who is part of Hervey Bay Snake Catchers, said he received a call from a couple who spotted a snake in their unit. They were at the resort. The husband called back a few minutes later saying he called back, quote, quickly, saying not to worry because his wife had vacuumed it up, explained that they are a protected species and it would be cruel and illegal to leave it in there. They understood and were happy to have us come out. They posted on a Facebook video showing them removing the snake, a mildly venomous yellow-faced whip snake, from the vacuum cleaner's reservoir. Just when you think, quote, you've seen it all in this job, someone calls you and says their wife had sucked up a snake with a vacuum cleaner. The person said a yellow-faced whip snake, often confused for a far more dangerous eastern brown snake. Whip snakes are only mildly venomous, comparing their bites to bee stings. If you want to see the video, you can click on the link that we provided. So that is an option available too. All right, one more game of Rocket League. We'll do sports and we'll call it a day. Of course, we'll be back in full force on Monday's edition of the show. And that'll be better. Did I say Monday? On Tuesday's edition of the show. So I completely screwed our teammate. That's completely my fault. So we're down 1-0. I don't think I necessarily expected him to go that way. So here we are. That person is apparently a big fan of playing in goal. I am still trying to get all my assistances so that I can help get the next challenge, which requires a specific body. That's part of this particular season's event. I do feel like I got several assists while playing Rocket League with the kids. They were very much interested in doing that this last weekend, so we did. And it was fun. I had a good time. Definitely sometimes when I'm playing with them, we'll have exceptionally good games, and then other times we'll have exceptionally bad games, which may have just been me summarizing playing video games in general. But sometimes I feel like we have consistently like good games, and other times we don't. So socks or no socks, says Keith Anthony. Good morning. What situation are we talking? More in general.
Nice chat.
If you could, if in your normal everyday life, if you could wear socks or no socks, what would you prefer? Like, I know some folks who like going around barefoot. I mean, even like when we have the discussion about pants or no pants, many people, if it was socially acceptable, would prefer to just not wear pants. Find pants as a burden. So it just depends on what you think. Get your socks at Walmart, says Mel B. Nice. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. We were going through that list, and I have to admit, chat, and Brendan, you may know, since you had the shout-out for Bombas, in general, how much more expensive are Bombas than maybe your Fruit of the Loom 8-pack at the department store? I wear shorts most of the time. And well, that's the other thing. So then you have the whole complexity of which type of socks do you wear with your tennis shoes whilst wearing non-pants. For example, the no-show socks, right? I actually don't love the feeling of no-show socks. I feel like they're too low on the foot. And I want to have like more of the sock surrounding the shoe hole. But I also don't like the look of, are they crew socks? Are crew socks the ones that kind of just narrowly go over your ankle? You know what I should do? I should just put my foot up camera height and show you what I'm talking about, because I'm clearly failing in my slightly sleep deprived state to adequately articulate what I'm trying to say. Oh, but I have big news, and thank you for the well done, Hefty. My personal video game encourager coach, Sis, has my back and is telling me that I'm doing a good job. I will tell you that over the course of me playing Rocket League with the kids, that I got the 3 saves and a win challenge, because that had always been kind of a thorn in my side. Sean and I tried to do that one previous Friday on this show, and we really struggled. We had a really hard time trying to get me to not only get the saves, which is not super easy to begin with, but then we would struggle to also then get a victory. I was able to accomplish that while playing with the kids. I have a fresh pair of white socks straight out of the packaging. Nothing like a pair of socks that has the same color as a collate smile? What are you talking about? What did I just read? Shorts for me, I'm around the house and have no plans to leave the house. Yeah, if you're at home, like, house socks are a thing, right? Colgate smile. You were talking about the whiteness of the socks. Got you. Thank you, Keith Anthony. GMS Forever does a good job. You're very kind. Not very sleepy. Again, I would like to reiterate, if I was very sleepy, I would not be on the show this morning. But very hoarse. My throat yelled a lot yesterday whilst at the game. Also, I'm telling you, the last food item we had was an overly spicy hot dog, and it didn't need to be that spicy, and it like beat the heck out of Sean and me. But that's okay. We now know, and that's why the cream cheese. Oh, and you also missed this, chat. Our friend King Gray would probably be very upset with me if I didn't share this with the now more at least active group. I had a pork bun yesterday whilst at the game. Very good. But I had said in the first hour that I wish it had had more sauce, because it was very, very dry. And there had to be something that I missed at like the serving table that would have like prompted me to have a better pork bun experience. It was good, don't get me wrong, and it was only $10, which for, you know, professional sports arena food prices is pretty okay. But yeah, I would have preferred to have more sauce. Keith Anthony says, my next question, how do you feel about socks in bed? I don't wear socks in bed. I don't. Even when I'm super... Oh, well, okay, that's a lie. If I was super, super cold, I would totally wear socks in bed. So I think my answer to your question, Keith Anthony, is it really depends on your circumstances. I mean, if you are a cold sleeper, then why wouldn't you wear socks in bed? Because you want to be warm. Sorry. Meaning if it was cold whilst you were sleeping, not if you were a cold sleeper, then you probably wouldn't want socks in bed because you want it to be colder. So, wow, put that clip in the museum, says Businesses. Hefty wanting more sauce? I know. It's something I probably will never say again.
Correct.
So, there you go. I was second place. Congratulations. We had a 673-point performance, but not once today. Not once today, Chad, did I finish with less than 100 points. So your bingo cards can go to hell. So I'm not here to help you.
Ding!
Get wrecked, Chad. Socks in bed are okay, especially in the cold winter, said Drew Mega. Yeah, that's I think kind of my point. Is if it's wintertime, yeah, wear your socks. It's cold out there, right? And if you don't want to pay for extra heat in the house, wear the socks. Completely get it. I was shook when he said that earlier, said King Gray. Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, it was good, and there was some sort of like sauciness in the bun, but it could have had more. It was a little bit dry. So, yeah.
Scrapple. Gross.
Good morning to Dungeon Master KJ. We're wrapping up our 2-hour edition of this morning radio show that plays games. KJ, I'm so sorry to tell you this. Earlier today, on this morning radio show that plays games, we spun the wheel of names. And the first thing that I wondered, as we had, I think, an unofficial record of number of people who qualified playing ! Bingo, as I wondered if Drew Mega would win for the 4th time in 5 spins of the old wheel of names, Drew Mega's name went and passed. And there wasn't really any concern that Drew Mega was going to win today. For the rest of you, that's probably a good thing. Sorry, Drew Mega. But, you know, Drew Mega's been very selfless in this whole process, saying, hey, I know I won again. Could you give it to somebody else, right? So Drew Mega knows that Drew Mega's had a good stretch of luck. So then I wondered who would win. And as it circled around, Dungeon Meowster KJ's name was there. In fact, I think you had 2 little spots on the wheel. And it was rolling to a close. And at the very last moment, the wheel took one last little notch. And your winner today was Businesses. So sorry, KJ. Businesses stole your win. It wasn't really a steal. Tell everyone you know that Businesses stole your win. It wasn't really a steal, says you went fair and square. I play bingo for the lulz, not dollar bills. You play it for the camaraderie. My goal is to win bingo 5 times so I can be like Booker T and claim to be a 5-time bingo champion. Nice work. All right, very quickly, it's 7:51. It's time for sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. Find King Gray on the internet and in our chat, bringing breakfast tacos. Yesterday, your Seattle Kraken win. They win the game, beating the Dallas Stars in Seattle. A final score, 7-2. First 20 minutes, first period, scoreless. Sean and I look at each other. We're kind of like, oh, little concerned, a little worried. And then in the first 7 minutes of period number 2, the Kraken scored 4 goals. It was pretty nuts. And then Dallas scored. I was like, all right, maybe not super ridiculous. And then the Kraken scored again. It was 5-1, I believe, at the end of the second period. And Jake Ottinger, who is a goalie that I wouldn't mind changing teams to wear the red and the yellow of the Calgary Flames, ended up leaving the game, which doesn't happen very often. So anyway, long story short, Dallas loses the first game of 2 to be played in Seattle, 7-2. Kraken lead that series 2-1. Meanwhile, in overtime, your Toronto Maple Leafs fall into a 3-0 hole at Florida. They fall to the Panthers 3-2. Panthers trailed 2-1, and they get a goal 12:28 into the second period to tie it at 2. No one scored in the third, and in overtime, Sam Reinhart scored 3:02 in, and the Panthers, the number 8 seed Panthers, the year after they finished in first place in the Eastern Conference, they are on the verge of making the Eastern Conference final and a sweep of Toronto. So some work to do for Drew Mega's Toronto Maple Leafs. Meanwhile, the New Jersey Devils put up 8 against Carolina to get their first win in that series, 8-4. Hey, chat, did the Mets win? Please let us know. Did the Mets win? While we tell you that in overtime, Philadelphia evened its series with Boston in the NBA, 116-115. That series will return to Boston, tied at 2 apiece. The top seed in the West, Denver, loses 129-124 to Phoenix. The Suns have evened that series, 129-124. The final tonight, it's Vegas and Edmonton, 5:30. That series tied at 1 apiece. In the NHL's West Division Finals, NBA Eastern second round, New York tries to even the series at Miami. 2-1 right now. The Heat lead that. And the Lakers will try to get a home win for the second straight time and put the Warriors in a 3-1 hole. That game is at 7 o'clock on TNT. It's dynamite. All right, you said, chat, no, the Mets did not win, Sizz. Yes, KJ says the Mets did win. But what we can tell you is yesterday, Drew Mega's Toronto Blue Jays, 10-1 win at Pittsburgh. Big win for them. Austin Tech's New York Yankees lost 8-7 to Quiet Gaming's Tampa Bay Rays. Quiet Gaming says Tampa died, so Florida could fly. This is a hockey reference. Meanwhile, your New York Mets lost 13-6 at home to the Colorado Rockies. So the Mets did not win. Congratulations.
Bob likes it.
Sizz, you've gotten 2 correct today. Brendan's San Francisco Giants lost 7-3 at home to the Brewers. And Chris M.E.'s Los Angeles Dodgers, a 5-2 win in 10 innings at San Diego. Sean's Angels on the left side of Los Angeles lost 16-8 to the Texas Rangers. There you go. That is your sports. Sports brought to you as always by King Gray. Hashtag not my Kraken from King Gray. Find King Gray on the internet. Sizz just winning everything today. Better go pick up a lottery ticket. That's right, Sizz. And if you win, share it with your friends on this morning radio show that plays games. So, all right, 7:55. That's our show. It's not a long time, but it was a fun time, and I appreciate you being here. We're gonna send you somewhere if you're watching on Twitch, and we're gonna do so the same way we've picked most things today, and that is by throwing things through the random computer generator.
Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop. Beep bop boop, beady boop bop, beep boop beep. Beep bop boop, boop boop beep bop, beep boop boop beep bop.
We're gonna send you over to Kazaku. Happy Monday. I missed you in the Octopus and Dragon stream team. Kazaku, howdy. My name is Kaz. I am a queer liquid, they, them, and she, her. I'm here for a good time and a long time. We mostly like holding hands and playing games here. Hope you enjoy your stay. I laughed because I said we're not here for a long time, but a good time, and that seems like where we're going to send you over if you're watching on Twitch. All right, please say good morning from GMS. We truly would appreciate it. We've been here before, so this is a GMS follower, not a GMS follower-in-law. But if you would be so kind
Ding!
as to say good morning from GMS, we would appreciate it. Quantum Gaming, that was a lot of processing. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of extra time. So, yes, please say good morning from GMS. It was great to see you all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Very winter Monday indeed, it seems, says Sizz. And we'll be back tomorrow. It was great to see you. Full show, unless something weird happens, on Tuesday. For everyone who made it possible, I am Hefty Goo. Have a great day. It's Gaming Morning Show.